Hello students, welcome back to ethics class. Today we're going to be reviewing this pamphlet here. We're going to read it together and we're going to learn about the egg industry. You guys are going to take turns reading out loud. I'm going to say whoever's name it is and that person's going to read out loud. In the meantime, let's look at the title first. 1 day old and his life is over. That doesn't sound like too much fun. Hello, sweet little baby chick. Oh, look at the little hairs on his head. A little cutie. All right, let's look down here. The truth about cage-free eggs. Male chicks are killed the day they hatch because they don't lay eggs. Oh, I don't know about you, but it doesn't sound too nice to me. BeFairBeVegan.com. That's the name of the website that produced this pamphlet. We're going to have a look at their website another time. But first, like I said, we're going to read out loud. Oh, and if you haven't noticed yet, I'm at my table that was painted with several messages here. And during one class, we can paint together if you guys want to. If you have any leftover paint from other projects, this is a fun sort of craft that you can do. It's just another way of spreading the message about animals. Let's see here. We have plants have protein. Thank you for being vegan. Eat flax seeds. In one of my videos the other day, somebody said they had no idea what flax seeds were. So that's another lesson altogether. But these are basic things that you should know about. And of course, don't buy fur or wool. Don't hurt animals. What does this one say? Turn this around. Can you guys read that? Don't eat cats or cows. You might think to yourself, well, who eats cats? But they do in some Asian countries. And how is that any different when you think about it? Eating cats, dogs, cows, pigs, chickens, all of them want to live. All right, let's have a look here. Male chicks are killed the day they hatch because they don't lay eggs. All right, so how about Tommy? You read the first paragraph. All right, I'll read it with you and you read it out loud from where you are online. Incubated by machines and born motherless in industrial hatcheries, the male chick's short time on Earth is filled with fear, bewilderment, and pain as workers push them through the grim stages of their life's journey, from incubator to mass grave, sorting, sexing, and slaughter. All right, let's continue reading. The next paragraph will be Daz. Ready? Here we go. As they are tossed about from hatching drawer to conveyor belt to sorting tray to the bone-breaking jaws of a grinder, or the agony of the gas chamber, or the horror of the smothering bag, or the slow death in a dumpster filled with the dead and dying bodies of their brothers, these newborns never stop cheeping for mothers they never knew. Next paragraph, Freely, you can read this one. If the chicks are hatched on the egg farm, the males in each clutch are killed on the farm with a sharp pair of shears, or a knife at the neck, or an axe and a chopping block, as soon as their sex becomes apparent, usually as adolescents. Why would they do that to you, hey, sweetheart? Most people don't know what goes on in the egg industry because they don't teach it in schools. And in my view, these things should all be taught from a very young age, starting in kindergarten, when kids still have compassion in their hearts. Third paragraph. Mike, you can read this one. If chicks are hatched on the egg farm, the males in each clutch are killed on the farms with a sharp pair of shears or a knife at the neck or an axe and a chopping block, as soon as their sex becomes apparent, usually as adolescents. Let's look at the last one here. Susie, you can read this one. To the egg producer, the males and the sick or injured female hatchlings are waste to be discarded by the cheapest means possible. And the last one, Jenny, can you read this, please? Cage-free or not, egg production is based on the mass killing of male chicks and ultimately the mass killing of the hens themselves. When their ability to overproduce eggs declines at around 18 months of age, and they are considered spent. Thank you. It's hard to read out loud. I don't know if you guys have practiced it, but sometimes our mind wanders or our lips are somehow saying words that are actually not even there. It's fascinating. You guys should practice reading out loud, film yourselves, and then look back to see how many little mistakes you make. It's normal though. The idea is that we're all just learning, we're all just keeping on trying. Non-vegan consumers demand and perpetuate this injustice with their purchases. You can help end it. BeFairBeVegan.com. So that's what we learned today about the egg industry. So what do they do with baby boys? They kill them at 1 day old. Why do they do it? Because they will not be able to lay eggs in the industry. What can you do to help? You can be fair and you can be vegan. And when can you start? You can start right now. And after you start, you can right away start teaching this information. Even if you're not vegan yet, you can still share this information with people and say, hey, did you know that this thing goes on? And you can check this out. BeFairBeVegan.com. Go to that website yourself. Learn a little bit. Excuse me. And tell your families about what you learn. Tell your brother or your sister or your friend. When you're over together, having sleepovers or whatever, just open up your iPad and say, hey, let's check this out together. That's all for now. Take care and I'll see you in the next lesson. Do, 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 do.